Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Hope, Logan, and Liam Spencer's marriage has always been a roller coaster, full of passion, heartbreak, and unexpected twists. But now, fans are beginning to realize that the cracks in their relationship may be deeper than anyone anticipated. What once seemed like a fairy tale romance now teeters on the edge of disaster, and every interaction, every decision, seems to push them closer to an unavoidable collapse. The tension between Hope and Liam is palpable, and for longtime viewers, the signs of trouble have been mounting for months. Every smile hides an unspoken doubt, and every argument is a subtle reminder that their love may not survive the trials ahead. Liam, torn between loyalty and desire, has struggled with his feelings for Hope for years, but now those inner conflicts are spilling over into their marriage. The foundation of their relationship, built on a mixture of passion and miscommunication, is showing the stress of repeated betrayals and misunderstandings. Hope, once unwavering in her trust and commitment, is starting to question not just Liam's decisions, but his intentions. Every secret, every lie that comes to light adds weight to a relationship already teetering on the brink. It's a dynamic that viewers can't ignore, as the tension escalates with each episode, creating a storm that feels inevitable. What makes this situation even more precarious is the influence of outside forces. There are people in Liam and Hope's lives who have agendas that could dismantle their marriage faster than they can repair it. Whether it's past lovers resurfacing or family members meddling with the best of intentions, the external pressures only magnify the internal struggles. Hope's need for stability clashes with Liam's unresolved emotions, and this conflict is further complicated by the interference of those around them. It's a volatile mix, one that keeps fans on edge and wondering if their relationship can withstand yet another shock. Another key factor threatening their marriage is the pattern of mistrust that seems to define their relationship. It's not just minor disagreements. It's a recurring cycle of suspicion and doubt. Hope has experienced heartbreak before, and the fear of history repeating itself affects how she interprets Liam's every move. Liam, meanwhile, is caught between proving his loyalty and succumbing to the temptations of unresolved feelings from the past. This ongoing struggle creates an emotional minefield that neither of them can navigate without consequences. Each interaction, no matter how small, is loaded with potential misunderstandings that could spiral into major conflicts. One of the most telling indicators of a doomed marriage is the inability to communicate effectively. Hope and Liam often talk past each other instead of addressing the real issues at hand. There is a disconnect between what is said and what is meant, and this communication gap has grown over time. Misinterpretations fuel resentment, and resentment turns into distance, creating a gap that seems impossible to bridge. The love is still there, but the understanding is slipping away, and with every unresolved issue, the cracks in their relationship widen. Fans are witnessing a tragic pattern, one that seems almost scripted in its inevitability. The stress of external obligations and personal ambitions also contributes to the instability of their marriage. Hope and Liam are not just dealing with relationship issues. They are managing careers, family expectations, and personal growth, all while trying to maintain a sense of normalcy. These pressures exacerbate the tension, leaving little room for genuine connection. When the demands of life start to outweigh the willingness to work through challenges together, a marriage begins to fray at the edges. Every choice becomes a test, and every mistake is magnified, reinforcing the sense that their union may not survive the storm. It's also important to recognize the emotional history that both Hope and Liam carry into the marriage. Past relationships, unresolved feelings, and lingering regrets create an emotional baggage that neither can fully set aside. This history is like an invisible weight, affecting decisions and shaping perceptions in ways that are hard to counter. Liam's past entanglements continue to cast shadows over his present, while Hope's desire for a stable, predictable love is constantly at odds with the unpredictable nature of their life together. The emotional turbulence is relentless, and the more they try to navigate it, the more complicated their marriage becomes. Adding to the instability is the undeniable chemistry that still exists between Liam and past loves. This chemistry, while a reminder of old passions, becomes a threat to the commitment they are supposed to share. It's a dangerous balancing act, where past desires collide with present responsibilities. The emotional pull of previous relationships can sometimes be stronger than the bond they are trying to maintain, making trust an even more fragile commodity. Each flirtation, each moment of temptation, acts like a spark in a room full of gasoline, and it only takes one misstep to ignite a chain reaction that could destroy everything. Hope's own insecurities and Liam's internal conflicts also play pivotal roles in destabilizing their marriage. Hope fears being hurt again, and that fear manifests in ways that create tension, even when Liam is sincere in his intentions. Liam, on the other hand, struggles with guilt, regret, and the difficulty of reconciling his past with his present. These internal battles, left unchecked, influence their interactions and decisions, creating patterns that are hard to break. When personal struggles interfere with shared goals, even the strongest relationships can falter, and in this case, the odds are stacked against them. The escalation of conflict is inevitable in a scenario like this. Every disagreement, every misunderstanding is amplified by the emotional history and the high stakes of their situation. Arguments become more heated, apologies more hesitant, and the sense of frustration grows. What once could have been solved through honest conversation now evolves into prolonged tension, leaving both parties feeling unheard and undervalued. The emotional distance that develops as a result is subtle at first, but over time, it becomes almost insurmountable. The audience can sense that a breaking point is near, and the dramatic tension only adds to the lack of alignment on core values and priorities. Hope and Liam often find themselves at odds over fundamental aspects of their relationship, from family matters to personal ambitions. These differences, if left unresolved, create a sense of incompatibility that can erode even the deepest love. Compromise becomes harder with each passing conflict, and resentment begins to take root. When love alone isn't enough to bridge gaps in values and priorities, the relationship is at risk of failing, no matter how strong the initial connection. The role of timing cannot be underestimated in the downfall of Hope and Liam's marriage. Circumstances, past decisions, and the unpredictability of life all contribute to a sense that the timing is never right for them. Moments that should be opportunities for growth and connection instead become points of tension and stress. Missed opportunities, misaligned expectations, and unfortunate coincidences pile up, creating a sense of inevitability that their union may not withstand the pressures it faces. The story feels tragic because the love is genuine, yet the timing seems perpetually off, making failure almost unavoidable. Ultimately, what makes this situation so compelling is the emotional realism it portrays. Viewers recognize that relationships, no matter how passionate, are vulnerable to a multitude of internal and external pressures. Hope and Liam's marriage is a vivid example of how love alone cannot overcome persistent mistrust, poor communication, unresolved history, and external interference. The drama is heightened by their continued attempts to hold things together, creating a delicate balance that could collapse at any moment. Fans are drawn to the tension, knowing that each episode could bring either reconciliation or devastation. As the storyline unfolds, it becomes increasingly clear that Hope and Liam's marriage faces challenges that may be beyond repair. The buildup of emotional strain, repeated misunderstandings, and the constant intrusion of outside influences paint a picture of a relationship on the edge. While there are moments of tenderness and genuine affection, these are often overshadowed by conflict, uncertainty, and the looming presence of past mistakes. The audience is left to wonder whether love is truly enough to save them, or if the series is leading toward a heartbreaking separation that feels both inevitable and tragic. In the end, Hope Logan and Liam Spencer's marriage is a study in the complexity of human relationships. It illustrates how love, even when genuine, requires trust, communication, and the ability to confront challenges together. The factors threatening their union are numerous: unresolved emotions, external interference, communication breakdowns, misaligned priorities, and timing issues all converge to create a perfect storm. It's a scenario that is both heartbreaking and captivating, keeping viewers invested and emotionally engaged as they witness a once promising love story spiral toward uncertainty. The dramatic tension is heightened by the knowledge that even the smallest misstep could trigger the collapse of their marriage, making every decision, every word, and every gesture critically important. Hope and Liam may still have moments of connection, fleeting reminders of the love that brought them together. But the challenges they face are relentless, and the narrative suggests that the road ahead will be rocky, fraught with conflict, and possibly leading to a separation that feels inevitable. As viewers, we are left on edge, caught between hope and despair, watching a marriage that is as fragile as it is passionate teeter dangerously close to the breaking point. Their story serves as a dramatic reminder that even the most iconic romances are not immune to the trials of life, and that love, no matter how deep, requires more than desire. It requires understanding, commitment, and timing that is often beyond our control. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.